Hey guys, how you doing? Let's jump into a new episode. Today we're getting back into an old favourite. Hopefully get some you new viewers into liking this one. It's my old second project. It is the kombi. So pulled it back in the shed after the Honda. It's a bit dirty. There's a few things I want to fix. I want to paint this up, but the main thing is the pop top. I don't use it. I have had it now running and driving for 2.5 years, and I have not once used a pop top. I just kept it on there because that's the vehicle, that's the way it came. I wanted to fix it up to how it was, but I really just don't use it. It is just a bit cumbersome. It's like all that weight right up the top. It's got underneath this piece is a big wooden frame, and then it's got 5 massive big hinges on it, like spring up hinges with like big crossbars and stuff, that all weighing down on a car with a tiny engine to start with, and my big wheels don't help, but I really don't need it. So in this episode, I'm going to go over what I'm going to do, what I'm going to change it to, what I hope is going to end up like, and hopefully we can remove it. So that's what's going to happen. So yeah, let's jump in. So first up is I'll pop this up and I'll show you what it looks like. It just misses the roof, I think. We did last time I opened it up. And it's got a big single bed up the top there, and it works pretty well. Like it's a lovely pop top. It's a little bit crooked. I think just over the years is a bit warped on that other corner. It all works pretty nicely. It's held down by pretty much big trampoline spring, and it works nice. I just don't use it, and it's not worth me lugging this thing around if I'm not using it. So let me try and get down so you can see it. So that's a big opening, and the pop top in there, and there's a big wooden bed that goes up there, and then a little wooden piece that comes across here so you can then sleep up the top. So I'll pop this up out of the way, show you what it's all looking like, and then get to pulling it apart. So let's go. Okay guys, let's get into it. So I'm going to pop this up, I'm going to get it up out of the way, and then where all the lifting mechanism bolts onto the top, I'll pull those off, and then probably I have to do it that way. So the way it works, the mechanisms are bolted to the woodwork, so I'm going to get this piece out of the way first. So I'm going to lift this one up, undo it, and then try and slide it out without damaging it, and then we can move into taking the wood piece off, and hopefully it goes pretty smoothly. Then we can try and work out what we're going to do on the roof. So let's go. Okay, we're down. A bit heavier than I thought. A bit more cumbersome. I probably should have had 2 people. There's also a wasp nest just in my garage that's a little bit active, so it's a little bit hit and miss. So now there's a few screws holding this in, but it's also siliconed in, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if it's going to come off very easily, but let me jump in there and I'll try and unscrew it from this end. There's a couple at the other end too. And I think there's like 10mm down the back. So I'll try and get in there and get those ones undone, and then I can try and pry it up and then cut the silicone off. I'm just worried, I don't want to try and cut the silicone off and then cut the roof. So let me pop it up. I'll undo some bits, and we'll see how we go. It's gonna have to be cut off. I'm an idiot. I should have probably done it a bit easier. I probably should have just organized the straps. I should have probably put the straps up here. So I grabbed more in the center, but... So I fought for about 20 minutes trying to get that bastard up there. So now we can get it out of here, and I want to... Calm down. I want to weigh it. I want to see how much this weighs and see how much the pop top weighs to see how much I'm saving. Not that it really makes a difference, but running a small little engine with... my guess, bleep bloop, as Derek says, your answer down the bottom, but I think I reckon that's probably 60, 70 kilos. I reckon this is probably same, especially with like the big metal pieces. So I'm gonna go 137. I'll show you in a second what it actually is, but I'm gonna get the keys to the van. We'll get this thing out of here, get this out, and start off on this bit. Okay, here we go, guys, girls, everybody else. I now have the roof off. I have heaps of silicone everywhere that I need to get rid of. So we're going to use one of these. So this is a camera wheel, buy it from any hardware shop, auto parts store, anything like that. It smells amazing when you use it. It smells like caramel, as the name says. And it's going to take all this silicone off without harming the paint underneath. So I need to get rid of all this so I can start making up the roof that I want to put on here. So let's jump into it. Bit of time lapse, bit of chuck my headphones on and get into it.
Years later.
Okay guys, she's topless. It's looking so good. I'm really happy with how well it came off. I have scratched the roof a little bit, so I think we're gonna have to paint the whole thing. I do have a few little bits and pieces around the kombi that I want to touch up anyway, so maybe later down the track I will clean everything off. I'll paint the whole roof where all the scratches are, because like where I've taken off the sealer, it has gone through the paint. There's also, it's my fault, there's also a heap of screw holes and bits and pieces from the old roof that I don't know if I'm going to use, so those will probably have to be welded up and cleaned, especially the two big ones at the back where the wooden piece bolted through the steel roof. There's like 6mm holes in the back, so they'll have to be welded up. So that's another process, but I have a few little touch-ups I want to do on the kombi anyway, so that'll come. But I'm really happy with it. I am really sorry I don't have some scales to weigh the roof. I was trying to borrow some and it just didn't work out, and I need to get this episode out. But yeah, I'm hoping it's around 120 kilos. Keep posting them below. I'm going to weigh it up next episode, and anybody who's close, I'll mention them. But yeah, keep them coming. I'm thinking it's going to be around 120 kilos, but I really have no idea. So yeah, let me know what you think. But yeah, next episode there's heaps coming. I didn't want to go too much into this episode because I'm already starting the next part already, but I don't want to film too much because we'll get halfway through a process and it just wouldn't be good. I'll stop waffling, sorry. But next episode we're going to get into making the roof. I have some aluminium that I want to use. Actually, what I kind of base this on is there's a split window camper conversion that happened. I think it's in England. I think it's in Devon. But it's only on one half of the roof, but they had like just a small little hatch that would just hinge up, have a little post that would then hold up the roof, and they could open it up and you could be camping, you could let all that fresh air in. I kind of want to do that, but take it to the next step. I want to be able to have it hinge up. I want to put a canvas on there, but not be so cumbersome as like having the whole pop top. So anyway, I'll dive into that more. We've got a heap that I'm going to do on next episode. I'm really excited. I am trying a few techniques that I haven't done before, which is always fun. So yeah, come around next time. I really appreciate you guys hanging out. It means a lot. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.